Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our online lesson. Once again, how is everybody doing today? So I hope you're all good. You're staying safe, you're staying at home, and you're learning from home. Okay? So today, what we're going to be looking is again, we are back on section B2, which is guided writing. Okay? But the thing is, today we have an interesting topic which we'll be focusing on a lot of new words and a lot of techniques on how to write better. Okay? So, ground rules, first things first. Number one, you need your laptop or your mobile, which you are already using at the moment, and your notebook. Number two is your notebook, because you will be doing all the practices together with me, and you will be jotting down a lot of words, a lot of exercises, a lot of information which you think will be very beneficial for you. Okay? Number three is you will need to be in a quiet environment so that you can actually listen to whatever that we are doing today. All right? And the last thing is you will need to use the chat box again only for your questions and your positive comments. All right. So avoid chatting with your friends, because all of us here are to learn. So make use of it for the good purpose. Okay. So today we'll be looking into how to write a wondrous informal letter. Now, there is one question where a lot of you are asking, Madam, where will we have to get our certificates? Right. So don't worry. At the end of our session, we will be having a quiz as always on what we are doing today. So everything is going to be about the lesson today, and you have to answer the questions correctly. All right. So this is the example of the certificate that you will be receiving. There you go. Very cute, right? It's very pretty, right? Okay, right. So if you are to answer the questions correctly, then you will be eligible to get this certificate. Okay, and all this will be happening at the end of the session, where I will share the link with you. All right, so don't worry. If you stay with me throughout this whole lesson, you will be able to get that. Okay, I'm going to show you one more thing on my screen. Okay, as you can see, this is the link. If you have missed any of the other lessons I have done, you can check them out at my channel for your guidance, for your practice. And if you need assistance, you can also put them in the comment box. So I will reply to you. Okay, and I will guide you. All right. So are you guys ready to do what we are supposed to do today? All right, so without further ado, let's go. Okay, so today we will be looking into section B2, guided writing, and it is going to be on informal letter. Okay, I know you have done this many times, but the thing is, have you actually got the exact writing style, and how are you going to get good marks? Okay, and how are you going to be writing it correctly according to what is needed? Okay, so let's go into it. Now, I always explain the type of text that we have when it comes to section B2 guided writing. All right, so these are all the examples of text that you can actually get, that you can actually come across section B2. All right, so far we have completed email, postcard, and announcement. Okay, now I have already touched a lot on this in my previous videos. So today we'll be looking into, there you go, our informal letter. Now, to whom do we write an informal letter? Okay, do you know? Any idea? All right, any clues about who are we going to write this letter to? Okay, informal letter is for your friends, your family, your pen pals, okay, and your cousins or whoever it is. All right, I've already mentioned that in your family section. Okay, right, remember, informal letter is for your friends, your family, your pen pals. Okay, all these three categories. All right, now we do not write this to any society, organization, and etc. All right, that's why it is called informal. Okay, right, so the thing is, you must know how the format goes by. All right, what is the writing style when it comes to informal letter? All right, now compelling vocabulary, something which I always emphasize. All right, in order for you to write better, your vocabulary has to be persuasive. Okay, it has to be compelling, it has to be effective for the readers. Okay, next, how are you going to present your ideas in well-crafted paragraphs? All right, how are your paragraphs going to be arranged? All right, so we are going to look into that. And of course, how are the general rules going to be when it comes to writing informal letter? So you need to comprehend, or you need to understand, what are the general rules when it comes to informal letter writing. Okay? All right. So let's go to the rules first when it comes to writing an informal letter. All right. So the first thing is, there, can you see me? I'm actually pointing out. Yeah. The first thing is the layout. Okay. So how is the layout going to be when it comes to informal letter? Okay. So this is very important. All right. Your address, your date, sign off, and your signature will be on the right side. Okay. Bear in mind, all these will be on the right side. You'll be writing it on the right hand side. Okay. Next, as I've mentioned, you will be writing this letter to someone you know. All right. So your salutation, your greeting, and you have your sign off with regards. So these are the words that you will be using later in your letter. Okay. The next one, of course, your information and your points should be brief enough to attract the reader's attention. Like I've mentioned, it has to be persuasive. All right. How? Yes, by using compelling words. Okay. So these are the main rules when it comes to informal writing. Okay. Right. So let's have a look at how the layout looks like. Okay. Now, so this is an example of a letter. Okay. I'm going to be showing you the layout. There you go. So you have something over here. All right. On the right hand side. And that would be your address. All right. Your address. Okay. Now, some of the addresses will be given or it won't be given. Okay. Now, you have to know, okay, how are you going to be writing the address? Okay. Now, writing an address is very important because it is a knowledge for you as you go on to your secondary school. Okay. Right. The next one, below the address, you will be having your date, which again might be given, might not be given. Okay, so we will learn how to write that too. All right. Next, on the left hand side, over here, we have the greeting section. All right, so we will go into this as well later. And then, can you see these two brackets over here? In this section over here, you will have the introduction, the content, the closure. So all that will be here. And the most important one, okay, the last part here, which you should not miss, all right, is your sign off, all right, and your signature. Okay, so this is very, very important. All right, so your letter must be ended with your sign off and your signature. All right, so don't forget that. Okay, let's go on to the next one. So this is an example of the framework of what are you supposed to have in your letter. When it comes to writing, what is there to write? All right, so when your friend opens the letter like this, yeah, there's a lot of things inside there that he would love to look at, love to read that. Okay, so all right, we have the introduction. Of course, you need this. All right, the content and the closure. Okay, so when it comes to writing these three important things, all right, your introduction will be written in one paragraph, as you can see here. Your content will be in 3 paragraphs, okay, and your closure in 1 paragraph. Okay, remember, introduction, 1 paragraph, content, 3 paragraphs, and closure, 1 paragraph. Okay, all right. This is not that difficult to actually understand or for you to remember, right? It's quite simple. Okay, let's go to our activity for today. Okay, so as you can see, yay, we are all excited. So now is the time for you to get your pencils or your pen, your notebook or your test pad, and the heart to actually learn on what we are going to be doing today. All right, so are you ready? All right, let's begin. Okay, so this is going to be our question, okay, the activity for today. All right, as you can see, this is a big map. All right, now I tried to simplify it, but I would actually like all of you to look all over. All right, this is what we have in KL town, okay, or Kuala Lumpur. Okay, so you have a lot of things going on here. All right, now don't worry. All right, we're just going to be focusing on the question. Remember, we have our question over here. Okay, so don't worry. All right, now as you can see, this is actually a map of KL town where there are actually a lot of places for you to visit. All right, so many of the places are very familiar. All right, familiar as in you know the places. Okay, and many of you have actually been to those places. Okay, so don't worry. All right, right, so they have given you the question over here. Okay, all right, so let's move on to step 1. So step 1, yes, you have to read the question. Okay, so let's bring in the question. Okay, let's read together. Your friend from Terengganu would like to visit some places of interest in Kuala Lumpur in December. He wants to know more about the city. Write a letter to your friend telling him about at least 3 places he can visit. Write your answer between 50 to 80 words. Okay, so this is a clear-cut question on what are we supposed to do. Okay, step 2. What are we supposed to do? Yes, underline the keywords. So what are the keywords given here? There you go. We have the word your friend, Okay, so we know that you are writing to your friend, would like to visit. Okay, and we have he wants to know. All right, letter. All right, this is the keyword. Him, 3 places he can visit, and 50 to 80 words. Okay, so once you have already underlined the keywords, yes, you have got to understand the keywords, of course. All right, so let's bring in the question again. All right, now let's go one by one. Okay, so the first one, there you go. Your friend, he, him. Okay, so the pronoun he and him indicates that the gender, okay, is a boy, and we are going to name him Ali. Okay, I've told you, keep the name simple. Okay, so you have your friend who is a boy and his name is Ali. All right, so these are the keywords that indicates this. Okay, next, yeah, would like to visit, wants to know. So these show that it is in the future tense, meaning he has not been there yet. So he's going to visit. All right, he will visit. He want to visit. He can visit. Okay, so this is how we know, is it in future tense or not. And the verbs will have to be in future tense as well. All right. Okay. The next one is, yes, letter, which shows the format or the text type. All right. So we know this is a letter. All right. The next one is Kuala Lumpur, 3 places he can visit. So you have to choose 3. All right. Not 1, not 2, not 3. All right, not 4, not 5, but only 3. Okay, sorry, you have to choose only 3. And it has to be related to the topic. So you cannot write about Malacca, you cannot write about Johor Bahru, you cannot write about Perak. You must only write about Kuala Lumpur because it is based on the topic given. Okay, did you get that? And lastly, 50 to 80 words, which would be the word count. Now, most of my students would be asking me, how am I supposed to go about? Can I go more than 80? Can I go more than 90? Okay, now the thing is, in order for you to write in compelling words using effective vocabulary, you are allowed to actually go up to 90 words only. All right, so you're actually given an extra 10 words. All right, do not go more than 90 because you would actually lose marks then. All right, so let's just keep it simple and safe. All right, that's why you need proper words to express your ideas. All right, okay, did you get that? Okay, so don't worry. Okay, we will go through one by one. Okay, now let's learn how to write the address and the date. Okay, so this is the layout of your letter. All right, now remember, your address, your date is all on the right. Okay, now can you see my face over there? I'm actually reminding you, remember, it's on the right hand side. Okay, so there you go. We've got another hand poking out, reminding you again. All right, so let's begin with, of course, your house number. All right, now you don't have to write your actual house address. You can just come up with a bogus one. All right, a bogus one meaning a fake one. All right, something which you just create by yourself. All right, so you begin with the house number. So I'm just going to choose 7, and you have the comma over there. Okay, Jalan Mutiara 1, another comma, okay? So that's going to be in the first line, followed by your neighborhood, all right? So Taman Mutiara 1, and I have a comma over there again, all right? And I'm going to put in the postcode, all right? 32100, Ipoh, comma, Perak, full stop. Now, this is the correct way of writing an address, okay? Now, make sure that you're writing, all right? When you are writing your capital letters, make sure it is clear enough to show that it is a capital letter. Example, your J, your M. Please do not write the McDonald's M, all right? Many of you love to write that. All right, don't use that. All right, a capital M must have the pointy part at the top. All right, it does not go curve. All right, so make sure that is correctly written. All right, okay, and of course these are all in proper nouns, so it has to be in capital letter, the first one. Okay, the next one will be your date. All right, so there you go. Write it in your ordinal number, meaning 28th. All right, you have your TH over there. All right, if it's 21, it's going to be 21st, your ST over there. All right, and 22nd is going to be ND, and 23rd is going to be your RD. All right, so remember that. So just keep it simple. Write something which you can easily remember. All right, so I'm going to take 28, which is today's date. All right, May, so M is capital because it is a name of a month, your proper noun, and the year 2020. Okay, so this is actually how you write your address and the date. Now, when you are writing the address, leave a line and then you go to the date. Okay, so it looks neat. All right, did you get that? Okay, so remember, your address, your date is all going to be on the right-hand side. All right? Good. So let's move on to our introduction. Right, so when it comes to introduction, I love to take it from the question itself. All right? It is the easiest technique I've ever come across. Okay? So the first thing is you have your greeting. Always begin with your greeting. All right? So a simple one, dear. All right, so we would like to keep it very simple at the introduction part because you will need your word count in your content. Okay, that's where the actual scenario is going to be all about. Okay, so we have Ali, remember? Okay, so we begin with Ali. Now, where did I come across the name Ali? Because as you can see in the question, remember we went through just now, we have the word he, him. All right, and of course it's your friend, so we're going to name him Ali. All right, and don't forget your comma over there. So it's going to be dear Ali. All right, so that would be your greeting. Now, when it comes to the opening, you need your opening, right? So I will start with I'm excited for your visit to Kuala Lumpur in December. Okay, so I'm excited. I do not want to use the traditional way of writing, how are you? I hope you're fine and all that. So I'm going to eliminate all that and I'm just going to go directly to the point where I'm expressing my feelings, expressing my okay, that I am actually excited for him to visit Kuala Lumpur in December. Now, where did I get that from? The word excited is something very common, okay? For your visit, there you go, visit, okay, to Kuala Lumpur in December. So I've taken that from here as well, okay? So you can keep it simple like this, all right? You do not have to use How are you? I hope you're fine. I hope you're fit as fiddle, because those are the ones that actually waste the word count. Okay, so go into direct. All right, and I'm just going to add in something. All right, what is the purpose of you writing this letter? All right, so I'm just going to continue. And I'd love. All right, I've already used a contraction there. All right, now if you have watched my previous lessons, I've explained a lot on contraction. Okay, so I'd love to suggest, because he wants to know, remember? So you are suggesting. All right, so to suggest some great places. All right, so I'm just taking all that from the question itself. Some great places for you to visit. Okay, so there you go. All right, so it's quite clear. All right, I'm going to explain this again to you. I begin with a greeting, dear Ali, and my opening is direct to what is it about and what is the reason for me to write this letter. So I'm excited for your visit to Kuala Lumpur in December, and I'd love, all right, to suggest some great places for you to visit. And I put a full stop over there. All right, so this is very clear. All right, did you get that? All right, so let's put them up in one paragraph. Okay, so this is the layout of your letter. Remember, we have got our addresses and our date. All right, so let's put in Dear Ali. So Dear Ali, your greeting will be to the left. Okay, and your introduction over here. Okay, and it has to be in paragraphs. Okay, did you get that? Okay, good job. Very good. So remember, as you are actually following the lesson, you should actually try to practice this as you're writing as well. Okay, so great. Good job. Now let's go to content. Okay, so we are going to choose 3 places and we are going to put them in 3 paragraphs. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the first one, the first content, I have chosen Petronas Twin Towers. Okay, this is a very famous place when it comes to Kuala Lumpur. And of course, when you talk about Malaysia, the first thing that comes up to anyone's mind is the Twin Towers. Okay, because it's such a beautiful structure. Okay, and the next one is on the bird park. Okay, I've chosen bird park. All right, and number 3 is Central Market. Now, Central Market does not mean the market where your mom goes to get fish, chicken, and vegetables. All right, Central Market is actually a place where they sell handicrafts and souvenirs. Okay, so they have a lot of things going on there. All right, now these are the famous places in Kuala Lumpur. So remember, 3 places, 3 paragraphs, meaning 1 here, 1 paragraph here, and 1 paragraph here. All right, so you will only write 1 content in 1 paragraph. Okay, 1 place in 1 paragraph. Okay, so let's go on to content 1. Okay, now if you look at content 1, we have our Petronas Twin Towers. All right, so remember our linkers, points, and reason. Okay, these are the 3 things that you need to have. All right, so that your sentence would actually look good. All right, so linkers means connectors. All right, so how do you begin your content? How do you begin your writing? Okay, and how do you connect with the other paragraphs? Okay, that's where you need your linkers. All right, so we begin with first. Okay, you can actually keep it very simple. All right, when it comes to content 1, just use first, and of course there's a comma over there. All right, now, so I'm putting in you've got to visit because I'm talking to my friend and I've put in a contraction over there. So you've got to visit. All right, to visit is future tense. All right, so what you've got to visit? The Petronas Twin Towers. All right, so I've taken that from here and I've applied here. Okay, so that goes under points. So you've got to visit the Petronas Twin Towers. Now, I've used the article the here because it is referring specifically to the Petronas Twin Towers, to this building over here. Okay, all right. So you have to state a reason. Why are you actually suggesting to your friend to visit this place? Why must you go to Petronas Twin Towers? What is so great about this place? Okay, now I do not want to use the word because, all right, because it is a common word. All right, so I'm going to use as, it's the, all right, I've changed it with as, it's, another contraction over here. All right, it's referring to this building. All right, it's the what is Petronas Twin Towers? Yes, icon of our country. All right, icon means something very famous, okay, of our country. All right, it's again referring to the building. I've put in this in contraction. It's mesmerizing, especially at night. Okay, mesmerizing means something very interesting, something amazing. So when you look at the building at night, it is beautiful. All right, so it's amazing. And I've chose the word mesmerizing. Now, these are the words that you can use in your writing. Okay, icon of our country, mesmerizing, especially at night. All right, so this is the reason why your friend has got to visit Petronas Twin Towers. Okay, so did you get that? Good job. So all this will be in one paragraph. Okay, so when it comes to your paragraphing, we have chosen that one place and it's going to be in one paragraph. All right, so we have already got our introduction just now. Okay. All right, let's put in our content 1. There you go. All right, can you see the flow of the paragraphing? Yes, this is what it means by well-crafted paragraphs. So you are actually arranging your ideas neatly for the readers to actually know what you're writing, okay? And it's easy for them to actually look at the letter, okay, at your work. All right, so we've got in content 1. All right, good job. So let's move on to content 2. Okay, so content 2, we have chosen bird park. Okay, so have you been to a bird park before? Yes? No? Yes. Okay. All right, so KL Bird Park is actually amazing. I've been there and there are a lot of types. Okay, there are various types of birds and you can actually see them flying all around. Okay, it's if you love nature, you have to be there. Okay. All right, so coming back to our content, so we have linkers, points and reasons again, right? So linkers, now I'm going to choose thereafter. All right, now the meaning of the word thereafter meaning next. Okay, so after you have visited Petronas Twin Towers, you can come to the bird park. You can visit the bird park. Okay, so thereafter, and you have your comma. Okay, and the points. Yes, so I'm going straight into the point where the bird park would be. So the word would be, the phrase would be is in future tense. Okay, would be a relaxing visit. Okay, relaxing visit, because when you go to a bird park, you don't feel stressed. You are not tensed. All right, it is actually very relaxing. You love looking at the nature. All right, and it'll be really relaxing for you. Okay, now why the bird park? What is so great about it? Okay, I'm going to add in a unique answer here. All right, the reason would be since, all right, a conjunction. I'm using the conjunction since your contraction over here, you are a bird lover. So what is the meaning of the word a bird lover? So I'm telling him that he is actually a person who loves birds. Okay, he loves birds. All right, he loves bird watching and he's very interested about colorful birds. Okay, so this is how you keep things simple. All right, like you can see, you've already mentioned the bird park is a relaxing visit since you're a bird lover. So this is going to be the reason. All right, good, nah? All right, nice. Yes, I'm actually very keen about this sentence over here. All right, so did you get that? Nice, good job, guys. So right, it's quite simple actually as you go through it one by one. Okay, all right. Now these kind of sentences, you can apply them to other types of text as well. Okay, not only for your letter writing, but when it comes to email, when it comes to message, okay, or something where you have to give a reason, okay, this is how you can write. Okay, all right, so let's put them into our paragraph. Okay, so remember we have done introduction, we have done content 1, let's put in content 2. So there you go. All right, so this is content 2. All right, so now can you see the flow of it? That is why you need the connectors and you have to arrange them neatly. All right, so good. You are getting the hang of it. Good job, people. Okay, ready for content 3? Okay, right. So content 3, we have chosen Central Market. All right, now I mentioned earlier, Central Market is not the place where you go to buy fish, chicken, vegetables, or any other things that you need from a real market. Okay, so Central Market is actually, if you look at the image given, there's a place, there's a shopping bag over there. Okay, so you can go there for shopping. Okay, what kind of things that you can get? You can get handicrafts. Okay, do you know what handicrafts are? All right, things which are made as souvenirs. Okay, for example, your keychains, bookmarks, okay, and any many other things. Okay, for example, like what I've given just now. All right, so those are the kinds of things you can get at Central Market. Okay, so let's put in our linkers, points, and reasons again. Okay, so when it comes to linkers, I'm going to choose lastly, okay, because I just want to keep it very simple. So I've chose the word lastly. Now we have used this one quite a few times in our lesson as well. All right, so don't forget your comma. So the points, all right, so you're telling your friend that drop by. Okay, so what is the meaning of drop by? That means just give a stop. Okay, just have a look. Okay, just go and visit. Okay, it is another way of telling your friend to visit the place. Okay, so drop by the Central Market. Okay, and the reason, you have to mention why are you actually asking your friend to visit this place, right? So as I've told you, as you'll enjoy, okay, so this is a contraction, you'll enjoy the handicrafts. There you go. And you can get your hands on. Okay, now this is some sort like an idiom over here. Get your hands on the beautiful souvenirs. Okay, so your reason is very persuasive. Okay, persuasive in the sense of you are actually telling the good things about this place, and that makes your friend want to visit that place. Okay? All right? So there you go. All right? So you will tell your friend to drop by. All right? The word drop by means to visit. All right? Why? Because he will enjoy the handicrafts. And you can get your hands on. So these are the words that you can actually use in your writing. Okay? All right? And the word souvenirs, this is something not new for you. Okay? This is a very common word. All right? So that will be for content 3. All right? So amazing, right? Can you see with just one picture, you can come up with a whole sentence which is really persuasive, okay? And you can actually attract your friend, okay? If you are going to write this to me, I will definitely go and visit that place because it is very attracting, all right? Good. So let's put them in our paragraphing. Yes, there you go. We have already got our introduction, content 1, content 2, and now content 3. Wow. Nice, right? You can actually see the flow of the whole writing over there, the whole text over there. All right. So we have our content 3 ready over there. All right. So as you can see, this is how you do it one by one. Now, in order for you to do this, I'm just going to say practice. The word is practice. The more you practice, the better you get. Okay? All right. So let's go on to our closure. Okay. Now, in closure, what are we going to have is we have our final say, sign off, and the most important one, your signature. Okay? So these are the 3 things that you need. And this is very, when it comes to closure, do not write too much. Okay? Keep it very simple. All right? Don't go into writing 2 to 3 sentences. All right? Because you're at the end and you have already used most of your words in your content. So let's just keep it simple over here. So when it comes to your final say, there you go. So I'm just keeping it simple. I hope you will enjoy yourself. All right? So simple, right? Now, if you look back at my previous videos, I've actually mentioned a lot when it comes to writing your final say. All right? So you can actually choose different types, but just keep it simple. Okay? So that's it. I hope you'll enjoy yourself and goodbye. So this is going to be in your final say for your closure. And then you have your sign off, which I have chosen the word regards. Now, this is a very easy word for you to remember. All right. Now, some of you would love to use your friend sincerely, with all love and all that. But the thing is, there will be some confusion when it comes to the spelling. All right. Now, the word regards is a clear cut word. Okay. So just keep it simple and don't forget your comma over there. All right. Your punctuation is very important. Okay. And you end it off with your signature. There you go. So I've chosen the word Aradhana. All right. I love that name. I don't know why. All right. It's just stuck in my head. Okay. So you must have your signature. Okay. Your regards and your signature. Okay. So that's all. That's all for closure. So great job, everybody. We have gotten to the closure. All right. So let's put them in our paragraphing. We have already completed introduction, content 1, 2, and 3. Now, this is very important. Look at this, all right? So I've added the final say in a new paragraph over here. Okay, it's very short, I know. Just keep it simple, okay? And then on the right-hand side, you have your regards and your signature. You must have your signature, okay? All right. So that will be for your closure. Okay. All right. So I just want to remind you, your address, your date, your regards, and your signature, your sign off and your signature. Can you see that? It is all on the right hand side. Okay. And we have put in our introduction, and we have put in one place. All right. Only one place in one paragraph. Okay. Don't mix them up. That is why you need to arrange your ideas properly. Okay. And remember your content. We have 3 contents here. Okay. Now, all this I'm saying is because later on, when you're doing your quiz, right? So I think you know what I'm trying to say. Okay. So please be very careful. So there you go. A beautifully well-crafted, presented, informal letter. So you have finally managed to write it with me. All right. Good job. All right. Now, let's look at my favorite part, your effective vocabulary. Okay. So this is the one that we have written together. Okay. That we just did. Now, as you can see, with all those, it is only 84 words. Can you see that? You are actually in the word count limit. Okay, so don't worry if it's just a little extra. Okay, no worries. Don't worry. All right. Okay, now I'm going to show you the words that I have highlighted over here, and you can actually use them. You can actually replace them with something better. Okay, now this is just I'm just sharing this with you so that you can actually broaden your spectrum of words used. Okay, so there you go. So I have replaced them over here. All right, now as you can see, the word excited I have changed with the word thrilled. So I'm thrilled for your upcoming. I've added the word upcoming, meaning to show that it is in future tense. Okay, for your upcoming visit. All right, something which is coming later on. Okay, to Kuala Lumpur. And I'd love to suggest. Now the word suggest, to name. All right, to give examples. So I've changed with the word to name some significant places. The word great, I've changed to significant. Okay, so significant meaning famous places. Okay, places that actually resemble Kuala Lumpur. So significant. Okay, these are the words that you can use. So write them down. Okay, okay. So it's mesmerizing. All right, in content 1, the word mesmerizing is the same. Now, especially now, I have changed this one into. I've changed the whole sentence here a little bit. All right, mesmerizing to see the structure in glittery lights. Now, have you seen Petronas Twin Towers at night? Okay, it is actually very glittery. So they have glittery lights. I've added some adjectives over here. All right, and yeah, to explain why is it mesmerizing. So I've changed the reason here a little bit. Okay, all right. So in the next content, the word relaxing, I've changed to the word calming. All right. Now, this is quite common, but if you're able to use this, it's very good. All right. So it would be a calming visit since you're a bird lover. Okay. The next one is drop by. Same, I've used it with stop by. So it is a short visit. Okay. Just have a visit, have a look at the Central Market. So that's what you can do. Okay. Now, this is what you're going to like. I know many of you will ask, how am I supposed to use proverbs, my idioms, my similes? Okay. Now, don't use your proverbs. Don't use your similes. All right. Because they take up a lot of word count. Now, I prefer to use idioms. All right. So I hope you will enjoy. Now, the word enjoy, I've changed with, I hope you will have a ball. All right. Now, when you have a ball, let's say I buy you a new ball. How do you feel? You feel happy, right? You actually enjoy playing with it, right? So that is the idiom. That's what it's going to mean. All right. Have a ball. Okay. And then goodbye. And I have my sign off and my signature over here. So all these 90 words. So the maximum word count, okay, 90 words. So you can actually write this way, or you can actually write this way too. As long as you stay between the word count, all right, the word count limit, and you are able to present your ideas beautifully, okay, with compelling words, words that actually attract the readers. Okay, so if you're able to write like this, kudos to you. Hats off. All right. So, informal letter, the topic for today, we have managed to complete, all right, in understanding the format. So, we have understood the way it is. How are we supposed to write? All right. We have used compelling vocabulary, like what I have showed you just now. All right. And we have presented our ideas in well-crafted paragraphs. And finally, comprehended the general rules when it comes to writing an informal letter. All right, so very good. You all have been very good, have been actually spending your time wisely and learning something which is really beneficial for you now and of course later on in future. So thank you. So that is actually me. That's my Bitmoji over there. All right. And I'm excited that you guys have actually gone through this lesson together with me. So thank you very much. All right. Okay. So yeah, back here. So we have completely gone through on how to write an informal letter. Now remember, you are writing an informal letter to your, who are we writing it to? Yes, your friends, your family, your pen pal. Okay. Now, why am I separating friends and pen pal? Because pen pal, they are somebody who is not very close to you, but you're actually getting to know them better. Okay. So these are the three categories of people that you write to. Okay. And of course, the most important thing is the layout of your informal letter. Remember, it's all on the right hand side. Okay. So if you have any questions, all right, you can use the chat box to actually ask me. But actually, I'm actually going through and I don't see any questions. So is this a miracle? Did you guys actually understand everything? Good job. I'm actually proud of you. All right. Meaning you have actually paid your full attention in my lesson. Okay. Now, I know I'm not going to talk more. Okay. So I'm just going to show you guys that if you look at the notification down there, you can actually view this video again for all your guidance. And if you need assistance, you can actually view them later on when you're doing your exercises. Okay? All right. So now is the time. All right. So this is the link for the quiz today. Now, as you can see, it is tiny.cc/VJMQUIZ2. Okay? So start answering your quizzes already. All right. Now remember, whatever that we have done today is all in the quiz today. Make sure you answer them correctly. Okay. Then you will be able to receive the certificates. All right. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you is your email addresses. When you're typing in your email address, make sure it is the correct one, because in my previous video that I did, our previous lesson, many of you didn't seem to get the certificate because of your email address. All right. So please write them correctly. And of course, answer the questions as well. All right. And remember, okay, if you have any questions, put them in the comment box. Okay, I would love to answer them. Okay, and if you have any further questions, maybe not now, later on, put them in the comments. All right, and if you need to view any other videos, I'm going to show you guys again. This is the link to my channel. Make sure you view the videos that we have done previously so you will actually get the flow of the lesson better. All right. All right. So I'm just going to show you again. This is the link to the quiz. Start answering now. All right. So till then, bye.